Starting today, Indian exports to the United States face one of the harshest trade penalties in recent history, a 50% tariff. That's actually double the current rate, and it's not just a tweak. Some analysts argue it's a trade earthquake. The trigger, as you know, India's continued purchases of Russian crude and defense hardware. But let's just break down the impact for you. As of 9:31 a.m. IST today, 2/3 of India's exports to the US, worth over $60 billion annually, are now in the tariff net. According to think tank GTRI, we could see a 70% drop in those affected sectors. That means potential job losses in the lakhs across industries like textiles, seafood, jewelry, footwear, and leather. This is what some analysts are indicating. Meanwhile, apparel exports alone, which is the $10 billion segment to the US, now face a 30% cost disadvantage against rivals like Bangladesh and Vietnam. Industry voices are calling it a non-starter for Indian exporters. In Surat, meanwhile, the world's diamond cutting capital, orders seem to be drying up. The demand has slumped so badly, one unit owner has said that we're earning 30% less than last year. Seafood exporters, meanwhile, especially from Andhra Pradesh, are staring at a potential 24,000 crore rupee wipeout, with US buyers pausing orders due to the cost spike. Leather and footwear, meanwhile, which is another labor-heavy sector, faces pricing out completely. A $100 pair of Indian shoes, well, now tagged at $150 in the United States. Prime Minister Modi, speaking from Ahmedabad, acknowledged that this is an era of economic selfishness globally, but affirmed that India will not bow to pressure. Do note that a GST overhaul and policy reform push is expected before Diwali, but still, economists are sounding alarms. India's GDP could take a 0.4 to 0.5% hit. This is what HDFC Bank has warned. Unemployment, which is already at 7.1%, could spike if exports tank. This as exporters have scrambled to ship goods before this tariff deadline actually kicked in. So now countries like Vietnam, Bangladesh, Mexico, even Kenya stand ready to capture India's lost market share. And once buyers shift, as experts and analysts have highlighted, it's a long, hard road to win them back. In fact, the former ICAI president, Ved Jain, has told NDTV, we're caught between two evils. Give up Russian oil and lose energy security, or take this hit on exports. There's no easy choice. So what's next? Well, diplomatic back channels are active. Trade talks are likely, but for now, this is a full-blown tariff war, and India's exporters are on the front lines. All eyes are now on New Delhi and Washington. Will strategy and diplomacy prevail, or are we looking at the start of a long trade standoff? In New Delhi, Parmeshwar Bawa for NDTV.